Think of the most hated team in baseball. Well, if I asked you this a year ago, your response would have likely been the New York Yankees. As their mighty Death Star was exploded, a Machiavellian rise was given to an even more powerful, evil, and dastardly mob. Oh, this is one nefarious gang. They are liars, cheaters, and thieves. Maybe even a little racist. Yet, somehow, this is all good for baseball. And I'm gonna tell you why right after this. This just in. I'm Dick Clippers from 7.5 on your side, and we have a huge announcement. Manscaped, the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming, has just announced their new tool to trim down your pubic hair safely and securely. Yes, as the feature item of the Perfect Package Essentials Kit, the Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof trimmer has just been released. Let's shoot it over to me in the bathroom. Yes, Dick, the Lawnmower 3.0 has an improved ergonomic design complete with side grips, uses the same fantastic ceramic non-rusting blade, and is now rated at 7,000 RPM with quiet stroke technology. Wow, Dick, I love quiet stroke technology. Yeah, and that's not all. The new 600 mAh battery extends the life up to 90 minutes, has a new ergonomic charger base, and has a built-in LED. That's incredible, Dick. Tell me where I can get one of these. Well, Dick, you can go to manscaped.com, use the code 5points and get 20% off your order of the Perfect Package 3.0 and get free shipping. And if you sign up as a subscriber, you'll get refill blades and 2 free gifts. Fantastic reporting as always. I'm going to manscaped.com and using code 5points for 20% off right as we speak. That's a wrap? Okay. This criminal organization has an interesting origin, a story filled with abandonment and not being able to fit in. Following their brief steroid-fueled success of the mid-2000s, their owner Drayton McLean walked out on them. In came Jim Crane, a strong-handed businessman, one who would guide this organization to immense power and evil. But before the cheating scandal broke, the Astros would suffer through an endearing struggle. Cast out of their own league, they became lovable Lilliputian leaders, getting beat out to the tune of 106, 107, 111, and 92 lost seasons from 2011 to 2014. But this evil mob was clever. They used dastardly formulas and equations to draft talent. Even Sports Illustrated foretold the prophecy of them taking out their enemies and ruling over baseball. We were all intoxicated by their charm. Little did we know that this organization was riddled with evil. Let's fully meet these dastardly demons. At the top of these organized criminals is their aforementioned tone-deaf owner, Jim Crane. The Houston-based businessman is a financier and shareholder in an energy company. Where have we heard that one before? Beneath him are manager AJ Hinch and general manager Jeff Lunau, what we would label shot callers. Their lieutenants were bench coach Alex Cora, the alleged mastermind of the cheating scandal, and former player Carlos Beltran, nicknamed El Jefe. Beltran had done serious time in the Mets organization, so you knew he was a hardened, soulless criminal. Beneath them are the foot soldiers, Alex Shifty Mouth Bregman, Muscle like Evan the Trashman Gaddis, Carlos the Hothead Correa, Jose Altuve aka the Buzzing Bandit, George Springer. These all are heavy hitters who you don't want to mess with. What did this organization do? Well, most of you who watch John Boy or Foolish Baseball know they had a sophisticated sign-stealing operation. It wasn't until Mike Fiers, a confidential informant who was questioned heavily for having a mustache like this, did the case break wide open. A camera in center field, sophisticated use of a video room, a trash can, wiretapping themselves. The Astros were one evil, ruthless bunch. The whole thing got Lunau, Hinch, Beltran, and Cora whacked as players exchanged their testimony for immunity. Seriously, this does sound like an entire season of The Wire. So now that you know who these thugs are, I'm gonna tell you why they are good for baseball. Sports are the most interesting phenomenon, and the fact that a scandal is almost always good for business. In other industries, negative attention can kill an entire company, like say, Enron. Or in consumption-based trades, scandals like unclean factories, addictive medicines, unfair pricing, those things affect the bottom line and put people out of jobs. Scandals in politics obviously have backlash too. sports don't fall prey to that kind of ripple effect. The product that athletics delivers is entertainment, and a scandal only adds to that. Disagree with me? Look at the growth of every league following a major scandal. After Tim Donaghy's 2007 betting fiasco in the NBA, yes, there was a dip in attendance afterwards, but since then, ratings have grown year after year, with 2007 being rock bottom. TV eyeballs are nearly double 10 years later. Look at football. Kaepernick's kneeling might have cost the NFL in the short term as attendance figures were down, but guess what? Ratings are back up. In fact, the Super Bowl following his 2016 controversy was the most watched championship game ever. Baseball has survived countless scandals. Pete Rose and his gambling, steroids, Marge Schott talking, canceling an entire World Series. Okay, a work stoppage does seem to be the only thing that hurts a sport, but hell, the NHL canceled an entire season and they are back to growing again. The demand exceeds the supply. We need our sports, and a scandal does what a sport needs, puts eyeballs on it. This upcoming Major League season is going to be incredible, and we can all thank the Astros for it. Why is this good for baseball? Let's be clear about one thing. An elaborate plot to steal signs using technology is not good for baseball. Tilting the outcomes of games in an environment that we as fans think is a merit-based sport is indeed harmful to the game. That's besides the point. What the Astros have done is create a clear narrative that most people can understand. Look at every comic book, every cheesy 80s animated cartoon like G.I. Joe or Transformers, all the Marvel films, they all focus around one thing: good versus evil. Usually in sports, the evil is ironically created by being good, at the game that is. Look at the Patriots and their dynasty, the Yankees and all their rings, the Warriors and Heat bandwagons, the Maple Leafs and we all love to hate the successful and the arrogant. Though the Patriots were accused of cheating, most of their underlying hate comes from self-inadequacy and wanting the mighty on top to crumble. It's not necessarily a good versus evil thing, it's more like, fuck that guy. Though, come on, Tom Brady has to be evil. Oh, but the Astros, they have given us that good versus evil narrative, especially how they have handled the situation since being outed. Half-hearted apologies, clueless remarks from ownership, Twitter feuds, pictures of tattoos. What the is going on here? Look at how other players are sounding off on them in the media.
I thought the apologies were whatever. I mean, these guys were cheating for 3 years. Altuve stole an MVP from Judge in 17. Everyone knows they stole the ring from us.
It angers you, especially from a guy who has played the game the right way his whole career. I feel like every single guy over there needs a beating. It's wrong. They're messing with people's careers.
Do you think the Astros should be stripped of their 2017 championship?
I just don't think it holds any value with them. You cheated and you didn't earn it. That's how I feel, is it wasn't earned.
It's rare you also get other players directly involved in the hate too. Even the commissioner, Rob Manfred, is throwing gasoline on this thing, cheapening the value of the World Series in an attempt for this to go away. Which, like herpes, it is decidedly not going away. Think of the literal impact the Astros are going to have on baseball this year.
I feel like every single guy over there needs a beating.
For one, whether Manfred likes it or not, they're going to get a lot of fastballs thrown right at their ass. And everyone is in on watching that. Trevor Bauer certainly is. No amount of discouragement is going to stop Tim LeCastro level bruises. Attendance is going to be up everywhere the Astros play. Delusional Astro fans are going to defend their turf. People are going to want to see this team lose. And that forms a second narrative. Were they any good without the sign stealing? Well, I got news for you. This team is going to be pretty damn good. Their core talent, whether they know what pitch is coming or not, is amazing. They still have solid pitching. Did you forget that they were very close to winning a World Series last year? They are going to win games and maybe even make the playoffs. Think of the impact this criminal organization has on baseball as a whole. People who have never cared about the game are now caring about baseball. Children who ask why daddy hates the guys in orange get a lesson on how cheating is bad and what a real apology is. Like that time I forgot to pick up my son from school. Sorry, little man, it was only like an hour. If the Astros fail early, we all rejoice. If they make a deep run, the nation becomes emboldened in their hate. Think of the 2007 Patriots and how happy the world was after they tasted defeat. Oh, at the time, that was the most viewed Super Bowl in history. Indeed, baseball now has evil, dastardly villains that must be taken down. Hang on for the ride, it's gonna be jam-packed and bumpy. And baby, it's all good. Oh, and don't forget, we still hate the Yankees too. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to check out our sponsor, Manscaped.com, and use my code 5points for 20% off and free shipping. I'm 5pointsvids, and you made it to the end of this video and to the beginning of a kick-ass Major League season.